that's how much we used to heat this house last winter. It's an old house we're renting. Let's see. Karl says it's 5 degrees Celsius. You have to figure out what that is in Norwegian or in American Fahrenheit. Pretty warm though. I'm just wearing a hoodie. I see some people here. I saw Albert was here. I saw Robert was here. Got bitten by a clegg or a horsefly. I thought that was kind of interesting. Not that he got bit by it. Those things itch like hell. But Norwegians call it a clegg. But in the United States we called it a horsefly. And so there he is in Scotland calling it a clegg. Hey, Osman is here. I saw Arlene was here in Canada. Osman's in India. Robert's in Scotland. Audra's here. She's in Norway this time. Pruda was at you too, I saw. Let's see. Pruda's in Poland. Max is here. Maggie's here. We got the Americans coming in here. PJ Lightning's here in UK. Nikki's here all the way over in Kiwiland. Garcia's here from Netherlands. So we're quite international today. Next week, and no, I forgot to get the sleepy time tea for my kid Alex. I'm a horrible mom. I have to get her some, especially because I can order it online and just have it delivered to her. I don't even have to do much work. I'm a bad mom. But I did give her sister some money to shop in Oslo today. And Lindsay's here. Well, she was, but she's backstage at a fair, sneaking in to say hi before she runs off again. Someone's getting coffee. That sounds really good. I'm going to have some tea when I get back. Heidi Lisa is here in Norway. I just saw a cute little knitted outfit that she made, Runa 2.0. And then Brie Raga's here. Brie and Knut are here. We're going to look outside while there's still some light. And then we'll go in. I got to show you Bree's book. So if you haven't seen it, it's on my Facebook page. Actually, we can cut across the yard here. It's on my Facebook page. If you sent a friend request, I apologize, but I got kids' photos on there. So, but you can follow and see just everything I do public anyway. I hardly ever post private. Anyway, if you saw on there, Brie Raga's got a book out, How to Make Your Own Viking Doll. So she took all her knowledge and she shared it. It's the cutest book. And I saw Maggie ordered one. She got the one off of Kindle. Liked it so much she ordered the book and it's due today, so she's super excited. So congrats, Breed, you got at least one sale. Oh, but it's really cute. So there's a little bit of snow left. All this has been dumping down since last week. So we hear a little rumbling just below. But it's nothing more than just some rumbling. Annette is here. She says, well, ooh, I'm late. No, barely. I think I started 2 minutes late, to be honest. Amro's here. She said, went to my Nalbinding group yesterday. I like group. Outside in the sun. Oh my God. Okay, so my telephone is telling me I have 20% battery, so we're not going to be out long before we go in and charge. And Annette, we got you a little bit of food today. We were trying to figure out what to show in the store because we're really quite limited out here in the middle of, I mean, there's nothing here. There you can see the waterfall. Water's still on the low side considering how much we should be underwater this time of year. And the remnants of the old bridge. No, so we were looking through the grocery store seeing if we could find something fun to show Annette. Because it's all about Annette, you know. She's the only one interested in food, right? No. Anyway, so we found, we grabbed 2 packages of something they call American over there. So we'll see what you guys think. We didn't cook it though, but it is stuff that we eat on a regular basis. So it will get eaten. And also a chocolate called Smile or Smil. Because those are really good and we just needed an excuse to eat more chocolate because I'm not skinny enough as it is. Annette is making wine stoppers this week, so I'll be sending you some picks to choose. Yay! Annette works with glass. I don't know if any of you guys have been able to see that. She made a checker set I saw. Ooh, some glass too. I've never tried working with glass, but it looks like fun. So there's outside. You get a car coming so you can see how big the mountains are compared to the little car. It's a little Karl, yeah. That was a maybe not so Freudian slip. No. Now you can see how big the mountains are. So right now they probably think I'm checking for speed traps. I love that. It's actually resin. And it's amazing medium to work with. That would be fun. I've seen a lot of people try, well, not even, we have some things that are made with resin in the shop. We have, suddenly I forgot his name, but we have one of our Viking guys who makes, not Ronnie, but his brother, Evan? No, Ronnie is the brother. It's Evan's brother, Ronnie, who makes not the Lewis chessmen, but the Oskoi chessmen. So he makes his own kind of chessmen based on that for the Nefertafel game. And they're really cool. There's berserkers that have like pig heads. And there's gargoyles. I forget what piece they're supposed to be. And he's got a third one. I forget what it is, but they're all made with resin and they're just absolutely fun. And then he's got some magnets, some with the raven of Hugin and Munin, and one with the Jurmungundr, or the world serpent. So it looks like it's a cool method to work with, or a thing to work with. I have never tried it, but I should. Wednesday nights are an absolute nightmare, says Max. I had a massive migraine. Oh, Wednesday night was an absolute nightmare. Good, it's not every night, Wednesday night. Absolute migraine, massive migraine, and I know it sounds cliche, but my BIL egg rolls was actually the cause. Oh! You know what though, but it's actually good that you know what it is, so you can kind of avoid it in the future unless you really like the egg rolls, then you're screwed. Anyway, we're gonna go in again because I'm low on battery and we need, but it was good, got to be outside again. It's not too long before we can be out longer. Audra is coming during Easter and she sent us a picture of some food that she's going to bring, so Karl can't wait to see what she makes with it. He thinks it's going to be castrated hematoma dick soup, so I think this should be great. Now, he was trying to read the Lithuanian and came up with some interesting stuff, but I think he was closer to hematoma with the hematoma than he thinks. I didn't tell the second line that Audra sent. But Audra can write in chat what it'll be. Okay, I gotta watch where I'm walking here. I'm gonna die. Look at this. I'm stupid. Okay, it's all right. I survived. Maybe I should have just used the sidewalk. Anyway, it's I like that it looks lighter on my camera than it does in person. So you can see more. But no, there's hardly any snow left up there, and the avalanches have been a little lackluster this year. Well, depending where you are, but you can see it's mostly just rocks in this one. There's hardly any snow left coming down. And then you can see it just behind the house there. This one has had snow coming down. That's some snow there and some snow there. That one there, if you stand in the thickest part of it, it's probably about waist deep. But that comes from up there. But no, it looks like it, I like to tell people I live under the next avalanche, but it literally goes down behind our house before it goes up again. Would I purchase? Probably not ever. The insurance must be insane. No, but we rent. Anyhow, so how was your week? I should have been needle binding. I should have been working on the Zora mittens, so I'm going to let Karl talk a little bit about his games first while I try to catch up, because we should be making the thumb hole now, and I picked him up and realized I've been screwing around with new stitches and forgot to work on the existing ones, so I got to catch up. But I do have some fun things to show you for next week. Maybe it won't be a stitch of the month. Maybe it'll be a combination of stitches next month. And yes, that's how much wood we went through this winter. 4 pallets. And that's just to keep the main floor heated. So, it's an old house. I think it's over 100 years old, and technically it was over there and got moved over here at one point, according to local lore. So it's a cold house. Anyway, we'll head in and see what Karl's been up to. Code locks are the coolest thing. And Carla might have to get tucked away for a little bit. She seems to be on the upswing again. Is she behaving? Relatively, he says. Hot laps. Okay, I'm going to put this down, and I want you to tell them about the Norse game that you played, because you were going to review that and you forgot. Here, I'm going to give you these. Actually, we're going to unplug the microphones. I see one went out. And then give Karl a thumbs up if you still have sound.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Right there.
I'm seeing the word silence written in the chat. But now I see a thumbs up. So probably there are sound.
Yes, they can, then there's a
Yep.
delay.
It's back. We can hear you. Yep. Okay.
So the first one was the game Norse.
Yeah. Norse out of Oath of Blood, I believe it's called. It's made by kind of an indirect friend of Karin, is the lead designer for the game. Her ex-husband used to work for Funcom, and this guy worked there at the same time, but he started his own company called Arctic Hazard. And they made the game, and he is the lead designer for it. So we are not completely neutral here. But as far as authenticity goes, I'm pleasantly surprised. It's a strategic game with a tactical. Well, it's basically a tactical game with a strategic level, I would say. The story is pretty good. The animations have a tendency to go into the uncanny valley a little bit. The gameplay is, I wouldn't say it's as good as XCOM, but it's in that neighborhood. It's pretty good.
It was Arctic Gaming, I think is what he called his
Arctic Hazard is the name of the company.
Oh, Arctic Hazard, yeah, sorry. And then why have I been hearing orcs screaming from your computer? Watch the paint job!
Yeah, no, that's Torben's fault.
Yeah, tell him about it.
Torben sent me a message, was it Thursday morning?
Thursday morning, yeah.
Yeah. About Warhammer 40,000 Battle Zone.
It was, I wrote it down. It was called Battle Sector.
Yeah, Battle Sector. I kind of like the game, but it drives me absolutely bonkers in some levels. When you buy a Warhammer game, there are some things that kind of should be in the actual game, not optional extras that you have to buy afterwards. In this case, the actual game is what are they called? The red dudes, Blood Angels, and
Is it driving you crazy?
Tyrannoids. I would render a guess and say that very, very few people have either Tyrannids or Blood Angels as their absolute favorite thing. And if you want anything else, so Orcs, Astra Militarum, Sisters of Sigmar, whatever, and Sisters of Battle, I mean, whatever, it costs another 150 or so kroner to buy it. On top of it, the basic game is twice as expensive as the Viking game. So if you want it with all the bells and whistles, it's well over 1,000 Norwegian kroner.
Holy crap.
Which is
I didn't think it was that much.
not great.
So you either put together the game and find friends and spend lots of money on figures you're not painting, or you buy the game and spend lots of money on add-ons or updates.
Well, you don't necessarily need all the add-ons here. So For instance, I wouldn't be playing with Space Marines unless they were free. I wouldn't buy a Space Marine DLC to be able... Silly, don't do that.
I can buy all the yarn I want, is what I hear. Oh, I lost your headphone.
I think I'm still well behind one of the boxes of yarn you have in there.
Yeah, but donations don't count. My mom gave me that. I didn't pay for that.
How many boxes of yarn do you have in there?
Yeah, but how much did I pay for?
How many boxes?
I don't know. How many boxes of Warhammer figures do you have upstairs? And on the shelf, and on the wall, and over by the...
We are talking about yarn now, woman.
No, it's the same thing. Okay, I can sit down now. I needed tea. Osman's here, and I have the Osman cup. Look at all that stuff up there. Okay. Ooh, that was hot. I stuck my finger in my tea to move my cup, and I wasn't thinking. Okay. So fluffy. Yeah, you have to bring it out just in case Alex showed up. So Radispe's here. Hi. Say hi. You know what? No matter what I do with this cat, he's always photogenic, even when he's not happy right now. No, but Alex will pop by. Okay. So did you have anything more to say about the game or the Warhammer? Or
Just got a cold nose up his butt.
now that I got tea and I can sit down, let's see, I'll reconnect to my computer so I can catch up on chat.
And speaking of using inordinate amounts of money on Warhammer games.
Yeah. Plug it in.
Total War Warhammer 40,000 will be coming out at some point.
Total War Warhammer 40,000?
Yeah.
That's a lot of war.
Yeah,
Look how nicely they're sitting together, by the way.
Yeah, these two have been getting along.
Well, maybe not. Not anymore.
Now she's picking a fight, but I don't...
She's looking there all innocent, but we saw that paw reach
You are a
right.
little bit of a bitch, aren't you? I can't find a hole to put this in.
It's right there.
No, it isn't.
Oh, no, okay. I thought I gave you the double hold one. Innuendo.
Strangle the pussy.
No, I'm not strangling the pussy. Lasted for 2 seconds. Laugh out loud, the cuteness. Oh, yeah. Okay.
No, they have actually been getting along pretty well. I very often sit in like a lotus position when I'm playing computer games.
Yep.
And up until yesterday, I had one cat on each leg. Yesterday, I had both cats on the same leg for about an hour.
Yeah.
They just wanted to snuggle with each other.
Ah. We're going for lemon and ginger today. This should be good. I think it's lemon and ginger. I don't know. Some of Marie's left. Oh, yeah. Smell the ginger in there. And the lemon. It smells like cleaner, this tea. It says some of Marie's. Now I understand why she had too much tea in the cupboard. She wasn't drinking this one. It's mine now. Okay. So, Annette wanted to see what you picked out for what Norwegians call American food. Oh. We didn't cook it, but we thought we'd bring the packaging. It's right over there if you can reach. One of them is frozen. They're right in front of you. One of them
over there and right in front of me.
Right.
It's a much bigger area.
Look where the finger is pointing.
Aha, okay.
You might be a little blind. Okay. This one was just to keep the bowl from falling over. There. Okay. Explain why. You're the Norwegian. Explain why this isn't a traditional American hot dish. Oh, I have to turn it around. It's just backwards. Let's see. Ta-da. What makes this American?
Well, you know how the Americans think you can add mayonnaise to anything and make it a salad?
Oh, that's only the Minnesotans.
No, it's everywhere.
Oh, okay.
So if you add it to tuna, you have a tuna salad.
Yeah.
And so on. In Norway, we kind of have the same thing, but it's with corn.
There it is.
The moment
that makes it American.
The moment we put corn in anything, we call it American.
I have vodka. Oh, Sandy says, I have vodka, spilled ginger, peach, turmeric tea. Oh, vodka spiked. I should try to spike it. Sloppy Joe mix. Is that what you call it? Nolvias think this is Sloppy Joe. It is quite similar, actually. it's like hamburger helper. You just add hamburger. But it also says, yeah, and there it says steel set shirt tag, so add hamburger meat. But for your own twist, you can add more corn. I'm not kidding, is this add corn? Is there more? Okay.
Makes it even more American.
Onion or cheese, and cheese. And if you want vegetarian tips, you actually have to look at the backside. So, okay, let's see what they think the vegetarians should do.
Don't add the meat is probably the vegetarian tip.
Yeah, maybe. So anyway, it says you add you brown the meat and then you add this crap and it's done, and it should be 3 portions. But yeah, it's basically like a hamburger helper. You can serve it with all kinds of meat, but it also tastes good as a vegetarian dish. Where the hell? Oh, there it says, replace the meat with the hamburger with a can of kidney beans, a can of chickpeas, and 200 grams of lightly steaked or lightly fried, cooked, whatever, parsley root. What is that called? Persimmon? No, it's not persimmons. That's something completely different. Looks like a carrot. It's white. It says parsley root. I forgot what the name of that is, but Parsilia root in Norwegian anyway, but
I have no idea what that is.
It's parsley root, but what the heck is it called? In English, I forgot. Anyway, that word down there on the left under the vegetarian tips. Parsilia root. What is Parsilia root? No, I can't read that far. Parsilia root, yeah. Anyway, I have to look that one up. There's a special name for it. We're going to see who gets it first. But there you go. There's all the... we want to make life easier for you. No, vi vill göra det enklare att välja klimatsmart. We want to make it easier for you to be climate smart. Therefore, we mark all of our UOOO products that have low... climate footprint. Look after the world mark on the front page, or the front side of the package. A product with low, what do you call that, climate footprint, is inside within the bærekraftig nivå. The, what kind of level? Bærekraftig? Sustainable level. Okay, so there you go. Because it has a global symbol on it somewhere, it's supposed to be better for the climate footprint. I didn't realize they were doing that with packaging too, though, but okay. Anyway, so that one, American, just because it's got corn. So now, they also one called Mexicanskrit, or the Mexican one, and the difference there is no corn, but
more spice.
More spice and rice instead. No, this has rice in it too, so... Parsley root. It's just called parsley root? I thought there was something more significant to the name. I thought there was a special name to that. Okay. Then it must be parsley root. Carbon footprint. Thank you. That's the words I'm thinking of. Is it fennel? No, fennel is, because it's not this. It's not this. It's, well, this isn't added to. This is just a couple of pieces of parsley. But parsley root, or parsilia root, it looks just like a carrot, like a white carrot. That's pretty much it. But it's good. Okay, show them the other one that we found that was American. Yep, this is frozen, but we put this in pretty much any hot dish I make. First price, that would be generic name brand.
Yeah.
And
your favorite brand?
The American blend. So if you want to buy frozen vegetable mix, you can get the kinds with cauliflower and carrots and Brussels sprouts and all that other crap in it, or even bamboo shoots, or you can get the American mix. The American mix.
Yeah. Guess what I added?
Corn! It's even falling onto the texture there. So there you go. But it's just peas, carrots, and corn. But this one I actually like, because the other one has Brussels sprouts in it. Another one has broccoli. Ugh. No, so this one I get. There you go. But if you want it to be an American mix, anything American and Norwegian, or what Norwegians think American food is, just add corn. And this one has a little key code on it, so this is also another one of those environmentally friendly packaging. Maybe not packaging, but...
No, the packaging is not.
No, here you go. I'll take that, though. Give you the camera while I wipe off the table and knock a cat on the floor. And then you got something... Oh, I thought you got Smeel. You didn't. You got Krokonrull.
I wasn't going for YouTube. I was just trying to bribe you because you just walked off in a random direction.
I did.
So I thought you might be angry.
No, oh no, I needed my coffee cup. There's only so many paper cups I'm going to take from the store. There. So this is what we're having today. This is not American at all. It's croquant roll, which is just like the chocolate rolls we had last time, but this one's made with almond croquant. What's croquant? It's like caramelized caramel, isn't it?
No, I believe it's a spice of some sort.
No, croquant isn't a spice. I think it's just the way it's... Okay, well, I have to wonder. But see, there's almond anyway. This one's an almond version, but you don't have to necessarily have almonds to have croquant. But I know if you were going to get croquant topping on your ice cream, it would be like caramel. Caramelized sugar, I think, is croquant. Croquant. I'm not even saying it right, but...
Yeah, you're right. It's caramelized sugar, chopped almonds, and butter.
That's why it tastes so good. These used to be a lot bigger, by the way. But the roll is the same size, so I feel like I'm getting gypped. Want one?
No thank you.
They're good. Okay, we got Breton Knut here too, by the way. Let's see. Catching up here a little bit. Pruda said she bought a Kub set today. Kub in Norwegian is spelled K-U-B-B. Next weekend is the grand opening of the season event, so we'll take those with us. We should actually have Kub. We do have a Kub set in the village.
Yeah.
We made a Roger, when I say we, I mean one guy. Fjaller made this huge croquant, Kub board. I'm going to have another one. Do you want to explain what Kub is, Mr. Norway? K-U-B-B, Kub.
It's a game.
How do you play it?
You throw sticks at other sticks.
There's some cat stuff going on here. You throw sticks at other sticks, so you don't know how to play, is that what you're saying?
I don't play it, it's a children's game.
Okay, well, I had to learn this when I came to Norway. I didn't know what it was, but apparently I have like 5 sticks on one side. They're not sticks, they're blocks. Just regular blocks. Is it 5? Maybe it's 6.
I don't think it matters as long as it's the same number on each side.
Yeah, okay. Potato, potato. So you have a number of sticks, blocks, I mean, that they're kind of horizontal blocks. You could usually it's just a block of wood from the fireplace or from the fire pile, and you stand them up on one side, and you stand them up on the other side, and then you have one block that has a bit of a crown on it, which is the king, and it's in the middle. So you have your sticks here, your blocks here, and you have one in the middle. Now, this side has to throw a stick at your blocks and try to knock them down without hitting the king in the middle. This is a good time to move so you don't get hit when the stick stick misses. Yeah. So they have to throw all their sticks first, or how many chances they give to throw like 3 sticks or something?
You're the one who actually plays the game.
You're the Norwegian. You're supposed.
Yes, but
didn't you play this in school? I mean, we...
No.
Okay, well, we had to play this at the school that I worked at for a little while.
Norwegian schools are allergic to anything competitive except for football.
No. It's okay to compete. It's just nobody can win.
Yes, but if you play a game like Cub, somebody wins.
No. They don't win. They just they get to go next. No, but anyway, so they have to knock all these pieces down. When they knock down the 6 pegs, I think they get 3 throws, and then the other side gets 3 throws, and that means these people should probably move out of the way so they don't get hit with a stick. Do you know how many kids get hit with sticks playing this game? Brutal Norwegians.
Only the stupid ones.
Only the stupid
because
ones.
it is pretty obvious when somebody is throwing sticks in that direction that this is not a great place to stand.
Yeah.
But there is always a retard, so...
Well, and sometimes the stick ricochets.
Yes, but again...
Well, if I remember correctly, this team gets 3 throws, this team gets 3 throws. And the idea is if you knock down the king instead of the other pieces first, you lose. Yeah, okay, I got that right. But you have to knock down all 5 or 6 or however many sticks they have below the king first before you can hit the king. And then you can hit the king. There is a rule you can step.
No. But when you knock down their pieces, they have to throw their pieces over to your half. They have to throw it past the king, and then you set it up on your side. It's not your piece.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. You inherited the piece that fell. Yeah. Yeah. And if they threw the stick too short, you can go as far as the stick standing.
Then you can put it wherever you want.
Yeah.
And I think you generally put it cock in ass with the king, because then it's very hard to hit.
And I believe otherwise the throwing line is behind your guys, anywhere behind your guys, but you can't step over or past them. But
I've
if
seen
they're
some people play with behind the backmost guy, because sometimes when you
Yeah.
go back and forth, you end up with nobody on the starting line anymore.
Look who's suddenly remembering the rules, but I think
I
you're
know
right.
the rules, but I thought that you probably knew them better because you actually played the game.
I haven't played the game in 10 years.
I haven't played it at all.
No, but we have a game in the village. Why haven't you played it?
Let's see. We also have girls I haven't banged in the village.
Oh my god.
We have clothes I haven't tried. We have food I haven't eaten. We have people I haven't started fights with.
Honey.
There is all sorts of things we have in the village that I haven't used to its full potential.
I'm sorry. I cannot control him. Okay, if the body stoppers would sell in the shop, I'd send you some and you could keep the profits for whatever the village could use. Oh, that's so sweet. It depends on... We get a little picky with the Viking store because it has to be Viking age.
Oh.
But glass is Viking age, so maybe. That's really nice of you, actually. Thank you. Max says, I know it's neither his nor mine. Who's at fault? I told him about it because I didn't want to hurt his feelings. Uh-oh, I missed something here. Oh, about the, probably about the migraine or the egg rolls. Albert says, this was kind of expensive. I got the Warhammer Horus Heresy box, a 2BH. What is a 2BH? 2, the number 2, and then BH.
That I don't know, but Horus Heresy is in earlier time than Warhammer 40,000, so I am purposefully not buying it.
Nolvia says, big can of worms! About the things you haven't tried in the village. Not for kids. There's a traditional South African game called Jukeski. I don't know if I'm saying that, or Yukskai. If it was Norwegian, it'd be Yukshai. Which is very similar. Yeah, I think we have an American one that's quite similar to that game too, actually, but we don't call it Cube, we call it something else. It's one of the... Back when we played with lawn darts, which are no longer legal to use. Kids of the 80s. You have to control the cat.
Hey, buddy.
Let's see, catching up a little bit more. Parsnips! Thank you! It's a parsnip! That's what parsley roots... I knew it had a name! But it is technically the root of a parsley. Parsnip! Not parsnips, says Sweden. Okay, Sweden's not agreeing with the I thought it was parsnips. Okay, this is a good one to look up for next time. Maggie says, Mexico, Southwest U.S. style would keep the corn and just add the spices. Yeah, I'm not sure if the Mexican one actually has... We might have one in the cupboard, but they're really good. You can technically have it with, like, a little salad and whatever, but we found a better way to do it if you put it in a tortilla shell. A soft tortilla shell, and put some of that in with some cheese on it and just kind of roll it up. But you get full really fast, and those 3 portions are now 6 portions.
I'm using inverted prison logic on the cat.
Inverted prison logic?
Yes. She will get an early release for bad behavior, but if she calms down in there, then she can stay there for a while.
Oh, okay. And she might. She tends to be a little bit more... You could put a blanket over the top so it's darker for her and she can't see. Did those water onions chives survive the winter? Actually, I'm not quite sure. I know that they brought it in, but we will find out because they should be blooming any time now. Do we have grass coming up yet, Karl?
I haven't seen any.
No, I think we still have dead grass in the village. So, but soon we will start seeing things get green.
Easter lilies, any day now.
You should what?
Easter lilies, any day now.
Påskliljer. He says we should have Easter lilies any day now. That means the Tusenfryd, 2 those little not a dandelion, but hestehoof is cloves, or what's it called? Not hestehoof is not cloves. It's colt's hoof. Those little yellow flowers should start showing up too. Oh my God! Now I see where the not for kids comes in. I just read Radisby's comment. I once played Cube with dildos. He said, what the hell? That's got to look like some sort of a political movement in Minnesota. And that's about as far as we're going to get into politics. Oh, that's hilarious. That sounds like something you could do at a bachelorette party. Try to whack the king with a dildo. Oh, Carl's gonna be. I'll tell him when he gets back. I'll update him. I'm assuming that's not the traditional South African version that Bruno was talking about. Oh my god, that's awesome. And 2BH, aka 2 boob holders for my girlfriend, needed new ones. This conversation is going downhill fast. Let me point out the Okinaras on the wall. Karl? Yes? Apparently the Swede online played Cube with dildos.
That sounds like something I would do, yes.
He says that sounds like something they would do. Torben says, yo, the wannabe carpenter has signed in. Oh, and he just missed your review about the game. Do you have anything you want to say to Torben about the game you've been playing? And why it's been screaming, watch not the paint job. What else has it been screaming? That's my boys or something?
It has good voice acting for the orcs.
Yeah, no, they sound just like Hallgrim. So that means you have to reenact it.
I would say that's pretty good.
How do these sound?
But when you have to buy a bloody DLC for 150 kroner to play with orcs in the first place, one thing they could have had is a story campaign of some sort.
Okay, Torben ruled up on on chat. Anyway, they're talking about the game Cube. Apparently, Mr. Sweden over here is playing it with dildos, and he said, the king dildo was big, scary big. I have a very vivid imagination, and sometimes I probably wish I didn't.
Speaking of that,
yeah.
Did I tell you about the tourist girl who asked me about Frey's
No!
happy stick?
Okay, so who is Frey, for those who don't know?
He's the Viking god of fertility, so in our Viking displays, he looks very, very fertile indeed.
Very happy to see you.
I had... I hope she was messing with me, but I don't know. I had the tourist girl point at it and go, why is it so big? That has to be unpleasant for the girl.
Because on our statues, it is bigger than the whole statue. It's pretty much the biggest thing.
Yeah,
it's very much the center of attention. Drea's here, by the way. Welcome back. She says, there's a lot of rules for Cube. I can't keep track. Yeah, there's different versions. So one thing we have to do whenever they're going to play is make sure that they're all all the kids when they play it anyway, to make sure they're all on the same page. But I think Fjalar printed out a set of rules and left them by the station.
No, I don't
think
so.
The Cube station or something?
Maybe the Cube station down by the archery vagina.
Yeah. I'm trying to catch up. I didn't get quite up to the thumb hold that I wanted to. I need to get a little bit taller, so. Okay, so we'll get to the needle binding as soon as I catch up a little bit. Well, the king of phallic fun you can buy is called Moby Huge. Are we still on Warhammer or Cube?
I think we are on the Swedish version of Cube.
We're on the Swedish version of Cube. Robert says, nope, Googled it. Parsley root is a thing in itself, not parsnips. It's related to the normal parsley that you use the leaves from. Okay, it's a root anyway, but I always thought it was parsnip. But okay, so at least we now remember the word that I was thinking of, which may not be correct at all. I love this game. Okay, Torben says, the way we used to play Cube was drinking beer and trying to hit Yulstein as often as possible. So was Yulstein the king?
What did Torben say?
Pay attention. He said, the way we used to play Cube was drinking beer and trying to hit Yulstein as often as possible. Would you like to explain this, Karl?
Yulstein is a friend in common between me, Torben, and Vemund.
Yeah.
His last name is Odd.
Yulstein Odd.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
truly is.
Sorry, Yulstein, that we made that public.
But I don't remember ever playing Cube with the guy, but if I did, that might have been my first impulse too.
Depends. Was this the same evening that a couple of girls called Karl's father and asked if he knew a skinny guy with a phone that was...
If it was, I wouldn't remember.
Oh, okay.
But...
Because that could be. Outer says, I'm really looking forward to next Saturday and the special bollocks dagger tested with cabbage. Oh, we have to do that! The bollocks dagger, take it out for catch people up who don't know what a bollocks dagger is.
I can't see how that would be an interesting test.
No, we're gonna kill cabbage with it. It doesn't have to be.
It's a pure stabbing implement. It doesn't really have edges.
And why do they call it a bollocks dagger?
Well, because the shaft looks like this.
It's very happy to see you. Ribbed for her pleasure. Or his, I don't know. It's your dagger. Oh, now the cat is very comfy again down there.
I know.
No cats were killed.
His little sister won't come and scare him away, so now he is.
Torben says, ha ha ha, I forgot that happened. Redisby says, oh my god, Moby Huge is definitely living up to its name. All right, if you Googled Moby Huge, I apologize on behalf of Sweden and Norway. But yeah, no, I was telling everyone that Outer is coming next week, and you're super excited about the castrated hematoma dick soup that she's gonna make. She just sent a picture of ingredients, and he's trying to read Lithuanian, and it's not working out for him. But you're actually not too far off with the hematoma. That's how scary that is. So we'll see that when Outer gets here. Okay, we have a package from Breet and Knut. Do I have to open up? I've been waiting and waiting to open it. I haven't opened it yet. So if you see on my Facebook page, oh, this is the card from Breet. This is upside down. I have to show it to you the right way so you can, if you can't find the book, you can contact her directly if you want one. We will sell them in the shop, but the web shop isn't open yet. This is Breet. Isn't she cute? There you go, if I can get it correctly there. Sorry. Written in Norwegian. Historical costumes, Viking, medieval, and folkedrakt. What is folk? What do you call it? Like
national costume.
National costumes. Yeah, and dolls in historical costumes as well. And there you got her information. It's Breet Raga. I love this. Okay, so it's Breet, but Rage. So if you think of BreetRage.no, then you got it. She's not Rage, it's Raga. Anyway, let's see, turn the thing around. So she got us a package. Breet and Knut are lovely. Oh yeah, I like it when they play with the dolls in the window in one of the Viking houses. It's so cute. I mean, they're grown adults, but they're playing with the dolls in the window and they're having so much fun. They're going, yoo! These little finger puppets. So anyway, I've been waiting to open it up. I'm assuming there's a book in here. They had this done with AI. I mean, they didn't write the book with AI. They had it translated with AI. But Knut they made all the dolls come to life with this AI thing, and it was really kind of cute. But one thing I wanted to make people aware of, because I've been making fun of AI books on Nalbinding, because they're completely made by AI. I mean, everything. This is not AI. This is an actual person. Breet is an actual person. So oh, and she got me a little mouse too, a finger puppet mouse. So this is the book that she got. There's 2 in here. I didn't know there was 2. I can speak English. And I forgot to read the tag because I read it before and then I forgot to do it now. She says, Till Karin fra Breet, tusen takk for hjelp. P.S. Not for cats. Thank you very much for the help. Yeah, they because they had it translated into English by AI, I just checked through it real quick to make sure that it didn't screw up the English. So not for cats. Let's see how this works out for us. These are the finger puppets. This is Coptic stitch, by the way. It looks almost like a twisted knit through the back loop, but it's she has these walking around in her pocket, in her pouch, when she goes Viking. These little doll heads that she makes, or the little mouse heads. They're so sweet. And they'll sit there in the window and they'll be like, hello, how are you today? I'm fine, how are you? And they have these little dialogues. So far the cat is uninterested in the toy. Not for cats. Not for cats. He just kisses it. That's all it is. Okay, no, he's Not interested at all. No, this one's for us. There we go. But it's so cute. And then she has a sticker with her information on it. No, but these are so super sweet. I told her now we need sheep. They got a little braided tail, by the way.
You Klaus, little bastard.
But she sells these too. We have them in the shop. I think they're 250 kroner, and they still sell too fast, which is good to see because it takes some time to anybody who's done needle binding or with a Coptic stitch with all these little stitches. It takes a while to make them, and then you've got the face that's embroidered as well and everything. So it's nice to see that she gets her money's worth, or she's getting a good amount for it. It's so sweet. Okay, and then we have the book. So this one I'll have to turn around to see. I just want to make sure the table's dry. I spilt my tea a little bit earlier. This is the book. And now we know that it's on Amazon for sure because Maggie got a copy of it already. She said she had it on Kindle, and her book is expected today. But yes, this is a null-bound hat. So we were talking about how null binding looks in AI, and it's not. I mean, the picture is fixed up with AI, etc. But that is a null-bound hat, and you can still see it's retaining its stitches. This is the one I think that's done with Mommen. But it doesn't look like crochet, and it doesn't look like knits. So as far as AI is going, but it's actually the correct. But there you go. She goes through the historic stitches that you can use to decorate with, and pattern and seam allowances. We'll go real quick because you got to buy the book if you want the whole thing. But there's a lot of different dolls that you can do. There's the contents. So starting with the doll's body, crafting the clothes, patterns, seam allowance, body method, everything, patterns. And at the bottom, I like this one too. By the way, how did the Vikings actually dress? So you can find a little bit more about that. See, there she is. There they are. They look so nice. And she does all these little details, and she uses scraps too that she has from other projects. There you can see a good pile of scraps. And there's a whole gang of them in the box. Yeah, there was the stitches and the seam allowances. There's a doll. It even has nipples and a belly button. That's about as anatomically correct as it gets, though, Karl.
I would hope so.
Oh, so how to make the faces. Let's keep going. How to do hair. Oh, speaking of hair on a doll, I have to show you something later from some German fabric thing. Isn't that cute? I'm zipping through quickly because if you want to see more, you got to buy the book. There she is. She's also got a null-bound hat on her. There's another sweet one. So she's got different kinds of dresses too, and apron dresses that you can make. Let's see. There's another one. They had a sweet story to go with it, but I'm guessing the book would have been too long if they put the whole story in. There's a different kind of hats you can make, so it's not just limiting yourself. There's the needle-bound hat. So you can learn how to make that too. And she used the Mommen stitch. It makes things a little bit more snug. I remember, oh yeah, and a Kirtle kind of had different kind of hats here. Dublin hood and Schuldenham hood. She was also one of those that started with Oslo and thought it looked too loose. And so she tried Mommen, and then she was very happy. So if you think Oslo is too loose, try Mommen. There's another cute little Viking. I'd buy the longer one of the story if she does a reprint in the future. She's in the chat. She could. You could ask them. They might still have the file. Maybe they make it just a digital version. But the little story was cute. It was meant to be educational because her husband is also an author. He does a lot of history books, Knut Rage. And there's some patterns, and there's how they made a little bag. And then you can see how the patterns look. It's the kind that you blow up. Let's see if we get past. And this one. By the way, how did the Vikings actually dress? And there's a whole little section on that. So if you want to see more, you have to buy the book. There's 2 copies here too, so I'm assuming that I have to share one with you. So Karl gets one too. Anyway, so thank you for the books. That was wonderful. So this is going to be fun. Oh, yeah, and then there's a picture of Breet, too. You have to see. There you go. Ta-da! There she is. And then we can read the back, actually, on here. Breet Rage is a Norwegian artist specializing... no, maybe it's Breet Rage. No, it's Breet Rage is a Norwegian artist specializing in dolls dressed in traditional folk costumes and historical clothing from the Viking Age and Middle Ages. Her work reflects both skilled craftsmanship and a deep interest in textile history. She has held exhibitions, given lectures, and written extensively on historical costumes since 2018. Since 2018, she's become a freeman in the Viking town of Njardarheimer in Gudvangen, Norway. So we see her all the time, and we're very happy about that. But she puts all these little details in all of her work, little extra, nothing goes to waste anyway. Do you dream of sewing your own doll dressed in clothing inspired by the Viking Age? In Craft Your Own Viking Doll, you will find everything you need to get started. This book guides you painlessly through the entire process, from the very first cut of fabric to the moment your finished doll stands ready for battle or display. With simple patterns and clever tips. I thought I made you laugh there for a minute. With simple patterns and clever tips, this is the perfect project for creative souls of all ages. You can mix and match and design endlessly. They may even inspire you to create Viking-style outfits for children or yourself. So grab your scissors. It's time to create. Anyway. It's a real book and a real person, and it's actually very cute. So, yay. So I had to show that. And then let's see if I can catch something on chat here. Nikki says, just send Karin a non-accurate but very cute crochet Viking made by a friend of ours. She doesn't know better. She knows she knows crochet. Well, I will show you something funny I saw with crochet too, but let's see the picture here. Let's see. To open up. Oh, that's so cute. But I see what she means when she says she doesn't know better. It's got horns on its helmet, but it's so cute. They would know immediately that that was a Viking anyway.
Why are you saying it? The man has a mustache.
It does have a mustache, you're right. And those aren't boobs on his shoulders. You're right. Okay, let's see. My gimbal is failing me here. See if I can get it to recontrol itself. Okay, there we go. Sorry for making you sick for a minute there. Let's see, we'll get it to fix. It doesn't like it when I pull it over. Then I will look for the other one I was going to show you too.
I kind of want to go and get myself a bear, but little bastard is so snuggly right now that I can't really leave him.
Ever have this problem? We were talking about this is actually a safety concern for needle binders. If you're sitting there and you're needle binding and trying to do your work, the cat will come and lay down and you will have what is called cat paralysis. Karl is experiencing cat paralysis.
It's also common with computer gaming.
Yes, it is. I have to remind him to eat. Okay, so then I found something that was absolutely hilarious just before we were going to go on today. So I took... Okay, so... Somebody named Little Knits writes, I'm in Germany for a fiber show and this masterpiece stopped me in my tracks. Crochet really said, let me show you what's possible. So yeah, no, keep in mind, this is probably something you could make in needle binding as well. Are you ready for it? That's right. Now the comments are... Karl, I actually wrote what Karl said. He says, I'm thinking the carpet doesn't really match the drapes. There's another one that says, I admire the craft, but it wouldn't go with my decor. Another one says, that's an amazing merkin. And another one writes, that's an impressive merkin. And I think it kind of... I mean, I get the display, but that's a little big. And I mean, look at the poor hair on the top of that. That actually looks like it's made with human hair. But... It's like, is this like the guy who's going bald and decides to make up for it with the world's biggest ponytail? So yeah, no, you can make one of this and probably, no, Breed, you don't get to make one for the Viking village. But you could probably make one of these in Nalbinding. Beaver, yes, nice beaver. Sorry, it's jiggling because my gimbal doesn't like to be in this position. Maybe it's a skirt made from a yak. Maybe. Not for kids. No, I don't know where she found that, but okay, let's see if we can get this thing to stop shaking for a minute. There. Now it's back on track. It doesn't like it when I point the gimbal this way. Okay, then we got some needle binding to do too, but I'm going to catch up a little bit more here. I'm not needle binding as fast as I should be. No, that was hilarious. I absolutely had to share that when I saw that. Let's see. There we go. Okay, I'm way behind. Their outer says, I'm really looking forward to next Saturday, especially the bullocks dagger test with cabbage. So next Saturday is Easter already, or Easter week.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, so then we should probably send from the village if we can. It might be a little on the dark side, but we should, as long as we can get home.
Either that or we have indoor cabbage stubbing in here, which would be dumb.
No, that would be dumb. Oops, you know, there's one thing when you're working with 2-ply yarn is it's so easy to split the ply, which is what I just did. So when you make your one loop could easily look like 2 loops, which is what I just did. Important thing is that I caught it. Okay. Not Dick Soup, Lorena Bobbit Stew says Netta. Does that mean we get to try the punch dagger too?
That one can actually cut. So.
Yeah. So we should try. We'll kill some cabbage. Yeah, as long as we can get home on Saturday, we could do that. That could be fun. I got a whole bunch of glass I saved up for Audra too, so she can make fun things and.
It is possible that somebody could be convinced to stay an extra hour for Blades and Bear.
Blades and Bear. Oh yeah, that's true. I bet you could think of somebody. Okay. Robert says Breet and Knut are lovely. That's right. You got to meet them. Now they're here quite a bit. I don't think they're here for Easter, if I remember correctly, but because they have a previous engagement. But they are here for the 17th of May. Knut gives the 17th of May speech every year, or well, he has no choice. We just make him do it. Max says, I've been thinking that the next month Sortelvala 3+3+3 could be a cute idea. I love what you're thinking, but I have plans. And my plan looks something like this. It almost looks like crochet if you look at it the other way around.
Are we back at bikinis now?
Well, I wouldn't wear this as a bikini. You can definitely see the nipple through it.
Yeah, but isn't that...
And this is reversed. You're looking at the reverse image, and the reason is because it's a secret. But I'm thinking about doing this one next month because it does grow quite quickly, but it is quite cool. But it's in reverse. But yeah, if you can see the... It's hard to see. Maybe if I hold it backwards, then you can see the holes, the hole pattern. Is it a ball pouch? It's always a ball pouch. No, I was testing something out. Somebody had sent me a picture of something that was null bound, and it was a pouch, or it was a poncho actually. It was a really big one, and I thought I couldn't get it to kind of make sense in my head, so I tested it, and yes, you can, but you will need a thin yarn for this one. But speaking of a ball pouch, I have been hanging on to this brio ball for ages. This little soft, squishy brio ball because somebody. My kids, they had enough toys anyway, but so I was going to yarn bomb it, and I finally did. So I finally got around to doing that. This is a little bit of Naturgarn from Norway, and I think the red one is Lamb's Pride. So it's a little mix, but they're all single lopies, and this is done in woman stitch. Which also reminded me that Easter is coming, so I have to null bind another Easter egg. I haven't done one for this year. So this is how I get sidetracked from doing what I'm supposed to do. Maggie likes my ball. It's cool. No, the thing is, it's got bounce to it. The kids can play with it and everything. They like to throw a ball over the chieftain's hall and catch it on. Some kids catch it on the other side and throw back and forth. And I don't know what the rules are for that game is, but
it's basically just to try to throw it over.
Yeah.
Because if you're standing close to the chieftain hall, a small kid will struggle to throw a ball over it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. So my kids used to play that game too, and the ones that are coming, we got about 20 some kids coming this year, all from the ages of 0 to 17, so that'll be fun. The village will be completely full. Even one of them is sleeping in the textile house for an evening because we ran out of bed space. But anyway, so all this is just a regular kid's toy ball, and you just yarn bomb it. I did make one in crochet once if you really want to get nuts, well before I learned how to needle bind, and it was hexagons, and you made a bunch of hexagons and you put it together and sewed all the hexagons together and made a really cool ball out of that too. But if I did that much work, there's no way in hell I'd let the kids play with it. That's a piece of art. But anyway, this one is for fun because I only have one. I would put these in the shop, but I'd only have one. I have to find some more balls. Not for kids. I was just reminded about that when we were talking about the Lorena Bobbit stew. Torben says, we're passing Gudvangen during Easter. We're here. So if you definitely let me know when you're coming by, Torben, and we'll let you in. You can be my extended family because I don't have any family in Norway, so we've adopted Torben. But I will check into that Stitch Max and see. But I do have a plan at least for April because I think you guys can handle that one. It takes a bit of focus, but it's not as difficult as you think. Crouton?
No.
It's all good. Goes really good with tea. Not for cats. Ruddy liked that one. Maggie said the U.S. English Kindle read very well. This one. The U.S. Kindle edition read really well, so the translation is good. Okay. There wasn't really, I was actually kind of surprised for AI. There wasn't very much to be corrected. So either they caught it themselves or AI is getting better. But there was only little things like a comma here or something like that. And that might not have been anything necessary. It might have been just American versus British English too on some of them. Outer says, nude! Talking about the other dolls. The doll with the carpet that didn't quite match the drapes, as you said. Sandy says, I keep messing my seam allowance on projects. No! See, that's what happened with my needle binding when I was doing it live, too. Torben says, I built a workbench today and had some, quote, helping hands from my boy. It reminded me of a game we tried called Ti Pinner på Fjøla, but this time it was played using 2x4s. Would you like to explain this, Karl? While I get some more stitches snuck in real quick.
It's a game where one or usually two people catch other people who are trying to hide. They collect them, and then they have this catapult-looking affair where you have a plank lying like this over a stick, and then you have 10 little sticks on this end of it. If somebody manages to sneak up on it, they can step on this thing so the 10 little sticks go flying everywhere, and then everybody is free, and the people catching them can't catch them again until they put all 10 sticks back on the catapult thingy and start over.
I have to get the chocolate out of my mouth. I have to spit soon.
But again, I'm explaining children's games here.
Yes. And then if you played it with 2x4s?
Well, then the dimensions are bigger.
Okay. Maybe we could play that at Easter. Could be fun. Nolvia says, what are those bead strings called that that look like they're pinned on necklaces? They remind me of purse charms that are very popular now. Oh yeah, like the purse charms and iPhone, the new ones are coming up with these things dangling off of them too.
Okay, buddy.
Do you know the history of that one, Karl? Oops, I gotta increase. No, maybe I don't. Just a minute. Stretch it out. And do I want to increase any more? Maybe one more time. Okay. The string of beads that goes from the, like the turtle brooches or the ones that are here to hold your dress together, because you have like a strap with a loop, and then you can pin another loop down here, and you put your dress on like a tube and you pin it together. But you also have like a string of beads and things going from yes. Do you know why or what the purpose of that is other than decoration, I guess? But
Well, it's probably not universal, but I think it is Ahmed bin Fadlan, maybe one of the other Arabs. We're talking about Viking traders giving their wife a bead for every time they made 100 denaries or something in trade. So you can basically use your wife as an abacus to see how much money you have in your account. I don't know if that is accurate, and I also don't know if it was universal, if it was accurate.
That's not too far off of what I've heard then. For a while on mine, I was collecting one bead from every market. These because a lot of markets they'll have handmade glass beads. So I used to collect one to have from every market, but then my kids were coming. Everybody kept throwing beads at my kids. It was like Mardi Gras, not quite. But anyway, they kept getting all these beads. They were cute anyway. So they have all these little glass beads. So suddenly I realized I was going to be hanging heavy like that lady from the Jorvik festival that's in Pinterest. She's cut like rows and rows and rows and rows. But somebody had said, and they were guessing, of course, as well, that their theory is that every time the husband went raiding, he would come back with one from every port. So I kind of like the idea of collecting one from every market. I think I have one actually. I can show.
It's just that you don't really go to that many ports when you're riding. You go up on beaches, you pick up people, then you go to the port of Dublin. And then if you draw the short straw, you have to transport the slaves to the port of Cordoba, and that's 2 ports.
Yeah, but beads are easy to bring back.
Yes, but you're not going to any ports to pick them up, is my point.
Oh, what if you just raided them?
Well, that's much easier.
No, but I didn't know about your Ibn Fadlan one.
I'm not sure if it was him. It's one of the Arabs who are talking about the Kievan Rus.
Yeah.
But no, my cat is off my lap, so I can go and get a bear if you come back and entertain your
I
viewers.
was going to see if I had one here, but...
Bead?
No, one of those necklace chains. And the best way I've ever seen them attached, yeah, something like that. But it's like the best way I've seen them attached is either they're sewn directly to the tortoise brooches, or there's like an S hook so that you can just hook them on. So I thought maybe I had one in here, but this actually looks like my kid's box. Oh yeah, here's some of the, oh, I have to show. Let's see, we'll do the dramatic opening of the box here. We're gonna get to needle binding at some point today. So there you go, there's this box they got at some market. Little mother of pearl inlays. These were the beads my kids used to make. If you look closely, there's a straw in there. It's just felted wool around a straw and you cut it up. But here's some of the beads that they've collected. Oh, you've got some jewelry there too, Karl.
I'm putting my necklaces here, and then I'm going to get the bear. So if you want to have some beads or something, you'll find them.
Yeah, so here's like Viking age beads. And this one here is actually a piece of lava I think this is Alex's box, actually. This is a piece of lava. We had some Vikings reenactors visiting from Iceland. This is probably about 2017 anyway, and they were selling little pieces of lava. And the fun thing is the hole for the string is not actually drilled. It's a natural hole in the lava. Then they had these ones that were made with metal. Doesn't jingle, I thought it did. But you have everything from plain glass beads. And then again, the decorated one like that. PJ says she's got some lava from recent Iceland volcano. Glass beads, risky, brave. Well, my kids were bigger. They were over 5 at this time. There's a really big one. And there's another one. This one doesn't look... That one looks a little bit more modern, I would think. But I don't know if they did that metallic thing on the inside. This is all tangled up otherwise. What's this red stone called, Karl? Oh, this one's got like little sparklies in it, actually, if I can get it to focus.
That one...
No, this isn't what I was thinking of, but you actually had one that was made of a red stone. This one?
This is carnelian.
There it is. Yeah, that one is, what'd you call it?
Carnelian.
Carnelian? Yeah.
So if you read the River Kings, That's the stone that Katjanen is
Here's some other
talking
ones.
about most of the time.
But they would have like, first you make the bead, and oftentimes it'll be white on the inside of the bead, but I think the white is gone a long time ago. The white on the inside of the bead is actually some chalk residue, because they would make these on pins.
I have to release on parole the little annoying one.
Yeah. And then this one was made like,
It's too anxious now.
almost like the same way you would do with clay, you could do with glass. But yeah, they could also drip, like drip another color around it, so it's actually raised. I don't know if you can see that. Some of them look like they've been falling off. But my kids got really good at collecting beads, so suddenly we didn't need beads anymore. Then there's little coins that they got stamped at different markets. You pay like 20 kroner or something and you can get a coin stamped. This is, I don't know what this metal is, probably brass. Here's another one. The imprint depends on how much they stamped it. Well, this is one with writing on it. This one was carved of bone. It was a little dolphin, I think it, yeah, no, it's a little dolphin mom and baby. I think Peter Merritt made that one, but I'm not 100% sure. This one I know is from a modern necklace, but my kids thought it was fun and liked it. We got little bone runes. And this one was a rock that she found that she thought was kind of cool. But these are the kind of things you can hang between the tortoise shell. The white inside is clay. Sorry, I thought it was chalk. Says Nikki, the mandrel, which is what they make the beads on, is dipped in a clay slip to help get it off the rod. The color around it pulled from hot glass in a twisting motion away. Let's see. Rodisby says, I do the same thing, but with the needle binding needles. Laugh out loud, I try to get one from every seller. I was doing that for a while, and I have so many needles. But anyway, so these are just an idea of some of the necklaces that you would put them on a cord anyway, and you could just loop them between. I did have one more box here from another kid, but I don't know if it's needle binding or not. Let's see. Oh, yeah, here we go. Oh, this is from the God of War event. You see that this has got one letter and all these beads have the same letter. I think these are the ones that Lisa Nilsson made. The God of War event, when it came out on PlayStation or something, they had a big event in Gudvangen, and I had one station, I had a station, and everybody who had a station would have a set of these beads. So when the person or the customer was coming around from place to place to place, they would have to do something at your station to earn a bead. Mine, they had to get their face painted and then they got a bead. But that's what those were.
It was a fairly...
Those are the ones I have left.
It was a fairly random affair. Because
There's
me
more
and
of these
Rune
little beads.
were on X-Strike.
Yeah.
And it's cold and miserable, so I basically go, yep, no, that axe went in the right direction, here you have your bead. And Rune absolutely wanted them to get the axe, not only to stick, but to stick in the middle of the target.
Okay.
So some people were going up to Rune time and time again, and in the end I just give up and come to me instead to just get a bead for an honest attempt.
An honest attempt? Nice. So you were the cheap guy. Here there are some carved ones too, it almost looks like. But this one is amber. That's a big piece of amber. I didn't know she had that. Are you sure that was a good idea to release her? That one is also amber. We got the Polish Vikings come and they always have amber with them because this stuff just floats up on their beaches. This one is an amethyst, I believe. I don't know where they got that one from. I haven't been in this box in a while. Here's another. This is another God of War bead. I don't know who had that one. But I recognize the God of War beads because they had like a little rune on them. We were collecting them from each other too. There's another one. My kids were here for that event. They were so excited they got out of school for it. Here's one that my kids made at a market. It looks like one of those Knut pennies. What is it called? The Viking one. There's a lot of cool. This one looks like an eyeball.
Let me see.
This one?
The eyeball.
Oh, the eyeball, the one that looks like an eyeball? Yeah, that one's a handmade bead, but I don't know who.
Yeah, If anybody has been to Turkey, you'll see things that looks enormously like that. That is handed out like candy by basically every shop.
My guess is this is something they found at a secondhand shop and wore. And not actually Viking. Oh, there's another one that they made. There was something that they were making on their own. Oh, a lot of cool stuff in here. This one looks like, I don't know what that is. It looks like bone or antler. No, it's bone. So somebody made a bone bead. Anyway, lots of fun things in there, but you can see clearly I didn't need, there's another God of War bead. So you can see clearly you didn't need to have all these beads on my neck, one from every port. This one was quite cool though. Actually, I saw somebody take one of these and use it as a needle binding needle, which was kind of fun. But this is from, I want to say it's an octopus. Isn't that what that is? Do you know what this is? Is it Karl? Is that like a fossil, an octopus tentacle fossil or something? I forget.
Doubt it, but let me have a look.
Yep, there you go. I think it was something like that anyway. And then somebody I saw had used one of those later.
No, this is way too hard
That's
to be a
glass.
fossil.
Karl, do you know what this is?
I dare you. I fucking double dare you.
You put water in here, and then you blow the whistle, and the little bird goes tweet, 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 tweet.
And then the big Norwegian goes, "Rah!" And the little bird is turned into dust.
I'm sorry, one more time.
Rah!
You scared Fuzzy.
I hate those fucking things so much.
That shut her up. No, but if you have water in there, it makes a little chirping noise. Anyway, no, that was a fun little box. My kids will have to go through those one day and have a lot of little things. But that's their treasure box. These little things. Some of these look like glass that was picked up somewhere. But okay. Anyway, we should probably start needle binding, even though I'm way behind from what I'm supposed to be on. Okay, I gotta catch up on chat too. Whoop. Sorry.
Your gimbal stopped gimbling.
Yeah, my gimbal needs to be reset here. Hang on a minute. Oh, it's because the cord got stuck there. The cord got yanked. Torben said if I built a workbench... Oh, no, we read that about the hands-on help. But anyway, so that's what I think those beads are. That was a little bit further now. Maggie says, thank you for a lovely book, Breed. Radisby says, I just started a new needle-bound sweater in Russian 1+3+3 stitch. Holy crap, that's 7 loops. He is a glutton for punishment, though, that one. But it'll be a really nice fabric. The yard was thinner than I thought. Okay, then that would make sense. Stop scratching my couch. That's a quick way to hell.
Come on.
She's sniffing my finger.
Yep.
Yeah, as Albert was writing to Norway, those are meant to be turtle brooches with glass beads, yeah. Oops, it suddenly just jumped. Torben, head out of the gutter. Now, why am I missing what he said? Glass beads, risky, brave. Ah, and then Albert, I didn't even pick up on that. You almost made it come out his nose. That's not what those are for, Torben. Not for kids. Let's see. My kid makes beads in traditional Anglo-Saxon way. Oh, that would be quite cool. I've seen them do them at some markets. It's been a while since we've had someone do that here. Let's see. Albert says they do that with belt fixings. Yeah, because I've seen a lot of the Viking belts where they have like a little let's just assume it's a bottle cap. We could do this on his. Anyway, so you get a piece of bronze or silver or something with an imprint on it, and it's got these like 4 spikes on the back, and you push it into your leather belt anyway, and then you suddenly have a whole bunch of bottle caps going around your belt. Let's see. I want a Thor's hammer and amber, says Albert. We used to have, there's some Polish people that came that made those, but I haven't seen one in a while. But you could probably talk to Mirek and Dorota if you remember them. They would make those. They probably have them. Let's see. Nikki says, I hate those bird whistles. Ha ha ha. Leirgauk. Yeah, that could be what it's called.
It is in the Leirgauk in Norwegian is Ukarena in English. This is in the Ukarena family.
Okay. Because that's what,
is,
this is the Leirgauk then, yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see that
But
there.
it is a water-filled Ukarena. So it's medieval, not Viking.
Yeah. Whoop, there we go.
Which gives me the perfect excuse I need to get the little
turned.
Hungarian bastard to stop selling them in the village.
So that would be the Leirgauk then, the clay one. The pink one is glazed, by the way. Okay. How's that beer, Carl?
It's gone.
It's gone. Did you know Outer has a birthday on Monday? Happy birthday! We're gonna have to find her something. Okay. So this one, I should be making these in tandem. So right now I'm behind, so I'm saving some of the yarn for the other, but I have to keep it in order because there's a long shift, a really long color shift in this. So this is one thing I've been doing, is to try to make something in tandem out of it. Let's see, did I get it there? It's just taking a little bit, like 10 wraps. 10, well actually we'll do 20. Just a small amount so the color doesn't really shift in that small amount. And then I have to remember the order, but half goes to one and half goes to the other. So if I do this, this half goes for the other mitten, starting end, and this half, starting end is here, goes for the one I'm working on. So somebody was asking, do you spit or how do you join? What join do you prefer to use? Yes, I do. I spit splice. I can't help myself. I'm gross. But don't worry, the coronavirus or anything that you get on there is dead within 72 hours. Is that what it was? Or is that the one you were making fun of me for that number? Mm-hmm. If you were to spit on your yarn to join, how long does the coronavirus last before everything is dead? I have got so much crap in front of my camera today. The table is full of stuff. Tea bag, honey. Here you go, Torben. Ball. And the mystery stitch. Okay, and then I gotta move your Corona bottle here, or it's gonna go everywhere. Okay, so this is a 2-ply, so it's quite easy to just split the wool here. My work surface is not very good. If it's too thick, you could just like remove one of these strings. But I think my join is pretty much okay. But you just kind of interweave them a little bit. Do not let her scratch my couch. Then you add a little spit. I do this by putting it in my mouth. That's why I had to make sure I had tea or something so that I didn't have chocolate in it. And then rage. This is where you work out your anger issues. And if it's thicker than the rest of your string, then you probably want to thin it a little bit by removing the string, but I think it's okay. Can you go deal with the cat, Carl?
I'm trying to find out what this is.
I think it's a... we find them everywhere. And this is what he's looking for, by the way, this thing. But I believe it's not a fish spine anyway, but I believe it's an octopus tentacle that's been fossilized.
It's not fossilized. I can tell that from the way it feels in my
fingers.
fingers.
Okay.
But
it's like a rock.
Okay. It could theoretically be this top part of an octopus tooth. But that would be one hell of a big octopus.
It's
because
really,
you see
yeah.
how small it is on the normal sized one.
This is what he's looking at, by the way. He said that, but that's how small it is on a normal sized one. But no, I don't think it's that. I think it looks like an imprint.
Yeah, no, but it...
Peaches says, I have anger issues. Maybe I should do some spit splicing or eat more cake. I think a combination would help.
Every fossil I've ever seen is porous.
Yeah.
This is not. This is smooth as fuck and...
oh, it's polished. It's not. It didn't come out that way. Somebody polished it.
But still, a fossil is just an imprint in rock. It's not an actual thing, if you
No,
understand.
I'm not sure what that is, but it's some of them have like a little mother of pearl shine to it. Eat more cake, the answer to many problems, says Maggie. Okay, so we're doing the Zora stitch. Zora stitch is basically finished 3 plus 1, meaning you have 3 on your thumb and you're using 1 loop behind. And the reason that it has a Zora stitch is a cute little girl named Zora was wearing some, I thought she wrote slippers, but I think it translated to shoes, made out of it at a medieval market. And the lady who wrote Nalbinding Vassistas, or what in the world is that, didn't have a name for the stitch, so she thought she'd name it after Zora. So anyway, I'm going to do F2. It doesn't actually specify which join this one has, but I thought if I'm going to use something that uses 1, 2, 3, 4 loops, then F2 seems like a pretty sturdy connection. So anyway, F2, and then you take the 4th loop, that's from the end of your chain, which is now behind your thumb, and then turn and go forward under 1, 2, and 3 loops, and the leader yarn. And that's all that Zora is. But you do not want to have too thick of a yarn for this one because it's pretty dense. And I have to pull it carefully past my join. I see it's getting a little thick, but that's okay. So F2, there's 1, 2, 3. Take the 4th loop behind your thumb, go under the first 3 and the leader. That is looking kind of thick though, my join. I think I need more rage. I'm gonna pretend I didn't see it, although my OCD sees it. Okay, and that's pretty much all it is. I do have a tendency for some reason to just leave 1 loop on my thumb. I don't know why I do this. If you're one of those people that like to dance closer to the fire, you're going to have to make sure that you don't mess up your loop order though. 1, 2, 3, and the 4th one is the one I go under. So for this one, I would have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then under the 3. I don't know why I do it like that. I think in my head it makes it slightly faster. This is so thick that I'm going to pull it a little tighter to try to minimize the size. That's going to be huge. There. Karl says Carla's cage is really nice this time of year. No, sometimes she's calming down when she's in there. But yeah, the 4th one is the one that you're going away from and now forward. Does it seem faster? I don't know if anybody else does this or if it's just me, where I tend to leave just 1 on the thumb and then just jump over them. And then this one has to be on that side when you do that. But it is an easier way to mess things up. It doesn't change my gauge any because the end loop is always gauged to my thumb. 1, 2, 3, 4. But yeah, you have to keep your loops in order. So it would be good to not do like me. Leave the 3 on your thumb. Oh, there I split my ply. I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to pretend I didn't see it, and I'm just going to go to the next one like that. There you go. Karl's playing with the cat over there. But that's one of the dangerous things of working with a 2-ply yarn is it's really easy to split and turn one of these into 2, and then suddenly your work gets bigger. Anyhow, so I started this, these are made from the bottom up. That's quite intentional because the way I see it, if I make it too wide at the bottom, it has to be just big enough to go over your hand. It was bigger than this in the beginning, but it shrinks over the first 3 rows. But depending on how wide I make it is depending on how long this is going to be. But you can see it's already fitting like that to my hand. And then I'm increasing when, but I have to make these in tandem. I have another one. But I start increasing right around when it hits the natural part of my wrist or my palm, and then increasing. I'm just increasing on one side. You don't have to increase. You can increase equally. You can make this wider and just have the whole thing fit like an oven mitt, but for some reason I like to have them tapered. And then we'll be doing until I get up to here. And if I don't get that far today, I'll show you what I do anyway, because we need to make the thumb hole. So I can just mock it and pick it out after. Oops, sorry. But because I guess we have one more week and then we're done with April. Is that right? It's the 21st today. We change our clocks next week in Norway, by the way. 1, 2, 3. And it's spring, so we jump forward, I believe. We push our clocks forward. Leap ahead. Spring ahead and fall back. That was it. Yeah, so we go forward. I think we change our clocks on the 26th, and then the next time we're on is what, the 28th? Whatever Saturday is. Outer will be here, I think. Let's see. I don't know why I keep taking it off my thumb. I'm a bad person. I'm living on the edge. 3. But yeah, not too thick of a yarn. Unless, like, you're Radisby, then you got to use a lot of loops because he uses thin yarn. Let's see there. And then I like to lock the loops into place. So after I've done a round, when this is where my start is here, then I'll usually stretch it out a little bit so I can see the actual size of it. And if it ends up too big, you can always felt it a little bit. I tend to use this as a marker to have on this side. I don't know why, but it's just a way that I could remember which side I'm increasing on. This is fitting nice and loose, so that's good. But I do need to do probably, each row is about this big. I do probably need to do 2 more. Do I get there? So I'll catch up here. Prudence says, it's a fossil, the coffee and gems.com. I see, I thought it was a fossil. I can't remember where my kids get these things, but she had each got one. Excuse me, I'm burping. Orthoceras fossil Kabukon, choose your stone. Ah. The listing is for Orthoceras or I don't know how to pronounce that, fossil Kabukon as shown. Orthoceras fossils are found in the Atlas Mountains in Morocco. Okay, they are an extinct straight-shelled cephalopods that lived during the Upper Devonian period, around 370 million years ago. They lived inside their shell, had tentacles that they could use to grab food, and use jet propulsion, squirting water to move. Ah, cool. Now, so I'll show you this picture that Pruda, or this link that Pruda had. If my computer, it is a fossil, Karl. Pruda found it. But I do remember once seeing a lady who found one that had a hole. It's about as big as the one that I have on ours, but and thinking that she could use it as a needle binding needle. And it would work, but wow, that's pretty wide. But it would work. Look, Karl. Pruda found a link. Let's see, I'll put this back down. And then we'll put the camera back up. There we go. Read. And then we're going to run out of battery on the computer soon. Here, I'm going to turn up the brightness and make you blind. Woo! For size reference, the 20-cent Australian coin in the photo measures 28.6 million. Yeah, okay. No, but anyway, you can see the size on the fingers. It's the same. But yeah, that's what it was. But there was always somebody who had those with them at some market. But I would not have thought Morocco. But I've seen them before, and lots of markets have them. But maybe that's what they were using them as a bead or something. You look confused. He's Googling. He doesn't trust your link.
Yeah, I need the term they're using there.
Orthoceras, if I'm spelling it right. Ortho, and then Ceras. And I'm going to keep stitching because I got a lot of rows to get to here. Okay, catching up. Let the cat help, says PJ. Aw. Fossils can be made out of all kinds of rocks and minerals and isn't just imprints from the objects that are no longer there. Fossilized dinosaur bones in all museums, for example, says Radisby. Ah. Torben said Endoceras, the octopus with a pointy shell. Because somebody told her it was an octopus, and Alex is absolutely in love with octopi, if I can say that. So this was something that she wanted, but that's why I was thinking for some reason. But yeah, no, Ridisby says it wasn't from octopus tentacles, but from the top of an ancient squid shell, from when they were very pointy, like a nautilus squid, but the shell is shaped like an ice cream cone. I think she was 5 when she got this. I don't know. My kids were so cute. People kept giving them beads and stuff. Let's see. Outer says, okay, it's not a cake. She might have been referring to something else. Max says, in my opinion, I think the Zora stitch would be the young sibling of the Faubourg stitch. Zora is to Faubourg what Bruden is to Oslo, if you think of it that way. No, what Bruden is to Mammen. So when you have the Finnish stitches, well, actually this is a Finnish stitch too in the Finnish family because it's going away and then forward. That's all that means. The Finnish stitch family means is that they're made the same way. But if you have Oslo, you have 1 loop on your thumb, 1 behind. Now we're gonna get geeky. If you have Mammen or Korgen, you have 1 loop on your thumb and 2 loops behind. If you have Broden, it's 1 loop and 3 loops behind. If you have Longerid, you have 1 in the front and 4 behind. And then Bolsto, you have 1 in the front and 5 behind. So then if you were to switch that, constantly using only 1 loop behind it, but having the other loops on your thumb, then you have Björsbo, which is 1 loop on your thumb and 1 behind, but you're doing a plated edge. Then you have, maybe it's Rindal, I'm thinking, no, but Faubourg anyway, where you have 2 on your thumb and 1 behind. Then you have Zora, which would be 3 on your thumb and 1 behind. And Roadmonster, I think is one. I can't remember the name of all of them, but Neulakentat.fi is an awesome page that will list all of those anyway. So you can get it. So that's where you're getting at there. Yeah, because if you only use 2 loops behind your thumb, or on your thumb instead of 3, then you would have the Faubourg stitch, which I think we did a while back, maybe last year. Let's see. Amaro says, yesterday I ate chocolate pancake. That was yummy too. She's so Belgian. That actually sounds really good though. I can't remember the last time we've had chocolate pancakes. We were looking at them today to show you what a Norwegian waffle would look like compared to an American waffle. Size does matter when it comes to the waffles, and the difference. American waffles, or Belgian waffles as we call them, are really big. But the American waffles are also pretty big, but the Norwegian waffles are not very big at all. Not very thick. She's munching over there.
I think I should release the cat and bribe her with food instead.
You can. I'm catching up. Really Amaro says normal dough with raw cocoa powder in and some extra milk. Easy peasy. Oh, okay. PG says, I need to drink something. I've had nothing since this morning. Yes, you do. And probably coffee's not a good thing if you haven't had anything since this morning. Just a minute, my computer is running out of battery here. There we go. Albert says, so after I took the pictures of all the Warhammer I have, yeah, I found more after. Oh, by the way, yeah, Albert sent me pictures of the Warhammer boxes that he had last week. If you're interested, let's see. A couple conversations ago. There we go. So, if it doesn't turn, there we go. We has the Vanguard Valerian squad, scouts with sniper and rifles. Is it this one or this way? Nope, that was the boxes he had. It's got the artillery team, Death Corps of Krieg. These looked cool. Can you imagine putting together and painting those things? You don't even have to like Warhammer to want to do that. The Basilica Administration and the generator, something shield generator. And then he has this big one too, Aegis Defense Line. And the galvanic servo haulers, that thing was cool too. It's a lot of work to paint these things. There's some more. He's had thermic plasmic regulators. And oh, this is all the, and then this one too down here, the Munitorum armored containers, Karl. You don't have that one.
No, but I'm an orc.
Oh, he's an orc. He says he can't have one. How about Da Rig Gobo's Tin Boy? That's kind of cute if you can see it. Def Cop does. I think you had those, and you had these ones here, the boys or something. Noobs, the knobs. So yeah, no, they can get pretty. We can get our yarn. They can get their Warhammer figures. I think it's a fair trade. They do look like alien fingernails, says PJ. Look which one I'm showing. No, they're quite cool though. I don't know if I could ever use one as a needle binding needle though. That would be pretty tricky. But usually wear it as like a pendant. She used to have 2 of those. There's probably one deeper down in that box somewhere. Oh, the lady was Nikki. She says it was so horrible to nullbind with. Yeah, so was you're the one that found one of these and thought. I just remember seeing somebody posted one of these. It was a while back. We're talking a couple of years at least. Saying I wondered if it would work as a needle binding needle, and then they tried. But no, Nikki says that was her.
A little bit
Guilty.
A little bit too chunky, I would think, but I don't.
It is, yeah. Well, the thickness I would be okay with, but the wideness, that's what she said. It would depend on the kind of loop you're using. If you were going to make this thing, this holy, I wish it would show what it looks like through the light anyway. That one you could probably do with, because it has to get through these top loops. If it's, no, actually, even then it would open it up. That down right there before I break it. Horrible to work with, null bind with. But I guess if you were using fat yarn and Oslo stitch or something, maybe it would be very holy. Karl is fascinated with that thing. Probably good for a sling ammo, says Torben. What do you think?
This thing?
Oh yeah, that could do some damage.
Well,
you were not allowed to sling it.
Sling ammunition, and that is one thing I really want to experiment with. Have you seen Holger's sling?
Yeah, actually.
Holger made a staff sling, so he has a staff about up to his shoulder, and then a little loop of leather, and he throws stones with it. He has no precision, but holy fuck, he has range.
Yeah.
He can throw them so far out into the fjord that you can't see them land, basically.
Holy crap.
But that's with stones that we find lying around, so to speak. Historical slingshot ammunition is... what's the name of the nuts that kind of look like American footballs?
Not the not castani nuts, but it's the V word or something. They're really hard to crack, those ones. Yeah,
because they have a little bit of give in them, so they are annoying to try to crack.
Yeah, if you crack it along the seam, the point.
They have a name.
Yeah, I can Google in a second though. We'll see if somebody catches it first.
But the originals are made out of lead that are kind of cast into about that shape. So if you imagine a kind of squished American football, with so a triangular profile, American footballs, it kind of narrows out in both ends. And very often they have a small little insult or comment like catch.
Okay. It's not a castani nut. I'll look it up in a minute.
Because when you watch how slings are being used in movies or TV series like Xena the Warrior Princess, you have projectiles about this big that move slowly. That's not the case at all. It is tiny but very heavy projectiles that move really, really fast. So Roman surgeons have had tools that are very similar to the tools that modern surgeons use to remove bullets from people's bodies. Because these things just punches in there and pretty much acts like a bullet.
Yeah.
Because it's a lead projectile that moves fast enough to basically punch into your body and then flatten.
Let's see.
it would be interesting to see how they actually work, so to speak. But I don't think these are. It is probably a Viking thing, using slings at least. But I don't know how much backup you have for that, because slings would leave very little in the way of physical evidence unless you made those type of bullets.
It's not the Brazilian nuts, no. Those are different. They said the one that was the hardest to crack was the American black walnut, but I'm thinking that looks different. I should just
Go the other way around.
image.
Google.
Let's see. I was looking at the AI thing. I'll catch up to it. No, there's the there it is. Yeah, it is a Brazilian nut.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll show it to them. Whoop. One more time. That's a Brazilian nut. That's the one he's talking about. Yeah, those things are, you have to like get the thing right on top of the point, otherwise it wouldn't work. Not quite macadamia, but close. Yeah. Yeah, actually, maybe it is a macadamia nut. To look that one up too now. Because that one looks a little shorter. I would have thought they would have been a bit longer. Going to hell.
Yeah, these ones looked a bit ceramic, but these are Greek.
No, not a macadamia nut. No, it's the Brazilian nut I'm thinking of.
These are Greek projectiles with inscriptions.
Your screen is so dark I can't even see that.
Yeah, and I'm running out of battery.
Yeah.
Because I can't charge because you're using all the thingamajigs.
All your electricity is to me. Want to show me? Here, put it under the camera. That's what he's talking about there. Oops, sorry. You have inscriptions on them. Why?
Yeah. These are not made out of lead though. This seems to be made out of ceramics or something.
Huh. See, I turn the camera back. Fix the gimbal. There. It's about time we buy a new gimbal. This thing's from like 2020. And it won't knock over so easily. Okay, I'm going to join on the yarn, and I see what time we're getting close to 9 o'clock here. I don't know when we started going 2 hours, but it's kind of fun. At some point, we're going to have to go back to 1 hour. Anyway, you were talking about the slingshot and the punch that Holger's had. Was that what he was shooting with him?
No, Holger uses stones he finds lying around.
Oh, yeah, okay. There's a lot of those.
Because if you made actual lead sling bullets, you couldn't really afford to throw them into the sea.
No, but the rocks we have lying around are anorthosite.
Northside, granite,
Yeah.
any kind of rock.
But the anorthosite ones are really hard.
Yeah, but for the purpose of throwing it into the fjord, the hardness isn't really that important.
Okay, I'm going to get past my join here. Then I'm going to just show you how I would do the thumb hole, but I'm going to have to pick this out because I'm not at the right spot. But if we want to finish this by the end of the month, this is why I was a little bit worried about doing projects of the month. But if we want to finish this by the end of the month, you need to start working on your thumb hole today. Okay. So there, I think I'm behind it. And then we'll turn the camera forward again. Let's see. There. By the way, I put the mouse on top of the ball. He looks very happy. Then I got the yarn on the gimbal. There we go. Okay. That's what she said. Spot on. Right spot. Okay. So, assuming this was now here on my thumb, you need hard rocks to break dance through the fjord crust. Says Torben. Okay. So, let's assume this was much higher. Let's assume I'm right about here now on my work. Or even like that. So it would be like starting at the end part of my thumb here. And here you can, of course, make sure you stretch out your row before you go. You can figure that I need this to connect here. Let's see, like that you can do with your needle. Let's see if I can get it to poke through. Something like that. Maybe even a little, this feels kind of tight on my thumb, so maybe even a bit more. Because it's going to be a mitten, you can always adjust this after. But yeah, something like that. Okay, so then take it off and count how many loops that you have from there to there. So this is a very dense stitch, so I would assume that it would be quite a few loops. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This sounds like a lot. 11, 12, 13, 14, but I'm connecting with an F2. So I'm going to need a total of 14 loops to go around my thumb. Well, yeah, no, actually I'm going to need a little bit for that gap. That's another thing too. So to make it feel comfortable there, I would need to skip these 14. But I'm also going to need a chain that covers this distance here. So I'm going to guess and think that's probably about 10, 8 or 10. This sounds like a lot of loops to be skipping. Another way you can check too is if you tip it upside down and you can see how many loops you need to be left with. This is the amount that you want to have left. This is the, actually if I turn it this way, this is the amount I need to lose after my thumb roll here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, about. So it's a little bit of guesswork. You could sit and do the math with it. Let's see, 1. Now I'm not connecting to the previous row. Mouse fell down. Oops, I'm trying not to poke Karl with the... There's 1, 2, did I get that right? Yeah. Oh, this is hard to do around a gimbal. I'm gonna guess 10 though. 3. You can always go and adjust this later, but then you'd have to pick out stitches. Remember though that the first row is going to be tightened a bit when you do the next row because it's not bound in all directions, this little chain row. I think that was 5. Can't remember. 6. Let's see, 1. This is a dark color. I shouldn't be doing that way. 7. 8. Karl's trying to reason with the cats by giving him wet food. He says, why aren't they behaving? And Zilly just licks his lips. Let's see. I'm skipping 3. It doesn't look like it, but okay, I think that was about 10, and I should actually write this number down because I'd have to do this on the other one as well. So stretch your loop out and put it back on. I'm gonna have to rip this out anyway, actually, because I'm too far up. And then you can see there it might be way too much. But you remember, your thumb is got to be a little. The thumb opening's got to be a little bit bigger because that also is going to get a little tighter that first round as you go. So if I connect in number 14, I think it was. This might be way too big. Let's see. Play nice gimbal. Sorry, it's not working. There, okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14-ish. Then I'm joining with an F2. 2. That was the 2 loops I made a little bit bigger. There we go. This feels kind of big to me. That's what she said. That's horrible. Let's see. So I'll do like 4 stitches or something just to get these loops tacked down. 2, 3, Sorry, there it is. The right one? Yeah. Okay. So now that would be your thumb opening now, and it should be stick out a little bit more than this, but it doesn't seem to be that much. But that feels way, way, way too big. So I'm going to decrease the amount on this chain here. I'm going to probably lose about 6 loops, I think. But it's easier to pick it out at this point. So you want to check and then write down whatever you do. But yes, no, that's what she said. That feels way too big to me. So I'm going to take those out. Let's see. If you have to unpick, actually I'll show that one. If you have to unpick, you hold it at the top left here and then pull down here. And that'll keep your previous stitches from tightening up. So the next loop, hold it at the top left and then pull. Next loop, hold it at the top left, pull. It makes ripping much easier unless you have Karl sitting right next to me as I yank the needle in his face. There, and then I will pick out 6 stitches about, I think. And then hopefully we'll see how this goes. Let me see how to get chat back up because I'm ignoring it because I'm looking at Brazilian nuts. Not for kids. There we go. There's a lot of that's what she says. Maggie says it's here. Breet's book just arrived. Warm off the truck and beautiful. Congratulations, Breet. You have a big fan. Nikki says the corn comment was sarcasm. GFC flour works fine in waffles. Quite good. I've never tried that.
But they don't become American of that. You have to add corn.
Oh, you have to have a corn? No, you don't add corn. Then you would have something called cornbread.
And what's its name?
3.
Golden Girls.
Oh, Betty White.
According to that, you can just add cod to anything and make it Norwegian.
That's true. Hey, by the way, Saint Urho.
Huh?
Saint Urho, I think that was supposed to be more Swedish. That was something Betty White liked on the Golden Girls. Okay, I've decreased 6 stitches on my chain now.
Saint Urho?
Saint Urho. She was very, very big on Saint Urho's day. I think that actually was just before St. Patrick. But
I'm not familiar with that, but she was from a town called St. Olav.
Yeah. We actually have a college called St. Olav, though, in Minnesota.
Yeah, no, I'm sure you have.
Saint Urho is a fictional saint of Finland created and elaborated by Finnish Americans in northern Minnesota in 1950s to celebrate their heritage. Oh, wouldn't you know it? We have a statue. Of course we have a statue in Minnesota.
A fake saint as opposed to all the other
Get
ones
off the
that are
cord.
real?
Get off the cord. Thank you. There we go. Saint Urho. There you go. Wouldn't you know it? We have a statue to everything in Minnesota. But yeah, let's see. Thing came off the magnet. There we go. And flipping it up again. Okay. No, it says Saint Urho is a fictional saint of Finland created and elaborated by Finnish Americans in northern Minnesota in the 1950s to celebrate their heritage and extend celebrations of St. Patrick's Day. See, I knew this was around this time. His celebration is set to March 16th, the day before March 17th, feast day of St. Patrick. St. Patrick's feast day is celebrated by Irish Americans, to whom there are also many in Minnesota. The legend of Saint Urho was the invention of a Finnish American named Richard Matheson, who worked at Kitola's department store in Virginia, Minnesota. In the spring of 1956, Matheson later recounted that he invented Saint Urho when he was questioned by co-worker Jean McCavick about the Finns' lack of a saint like the Irish St. Patrick, whose feat of casting the snakes out of Ireland is remembered on St. Patrick's Day. In fact, the patron saint of Finland, except for Orthodox Church of Finland, is the Bishop St. Henry, whose feast days occurs on January 19th. According to the original Ode de Saint Urho, written by Jean McCavick and Richard Matheson, Saint Urho was supposed to have cast those frogs cast those frogs out of Finland by the power of his loud voice, which he obtained by drinking. No Finlander has a loud voice.
Already.
Oh yeah, the one yelling at the bear does. Let's see, Carla. By the power of his loud voice, which he obtained by drinking filia sour or sour whole milk and eating kalamoyakka, which is fish soup. The selection of the name Urho as the saint's name was probably influenced by the ascension of Urho Kekkonen to the presidency of Finland in 1956. Similarly, Saint Urho's pub in something in Helsinki is known to have received its name from Urho Kekkonen and has nothing to do with Saint Urho. Urho is the Finnish language, also meaning of hero or simply brave. And then it goes on and on and on. So you don't know what Saint Urho is, but I can totally figure out why Betty White used this one in the Golden Girls. No, we have Saint Urho's Day.
What I don't get is, okay, so this fictional Finnish saint threw the frogs out of Finland, while the very, very real St. Patrick threw the snakes out of Ireland.
Yeah, but I like that they had to keep up with the Joneses. No.
They're not really keeping up. You have to do one better. You can't go, okay, we take something a little bit less scary than snakes.
Yeah.
You shouldn't do that. You should have a saint that threw the Russians out of Finland.
Well, PJ says St. Patrick cursed her distant ancestor. Does that count? No. Okay.
That is something to call home about.
That is.
I have never been cursed by a saint, but I have been blessed by 4 bishops.
Oh God, tell that story.
Day.
Tell that story. This is the thing. I'm just gonna needle bind one round here now because I'm quite happy with this. Is there a reason you're playing with your bullocks dagger? Well,
I'm
okay.
just hanging it back. Romania is a Catholic country, but I also have an Orthodox church. And for some reason, about 1/3 of their bishops came to Gudvangen I don't know why, but they ended up...
No, they had a group here. They were just booked as a regular group coming in, and they were, for some reason, they were holding their conference in this area for some reason, and they decided that part of their trip was to go and visit the pagan village. And we are religiously and politically neutral.
I ended up guiding them, and I can't really start a sentence without saying God bless you first. So I think they have...
they were so cool. There was these big black robes everywhere.
Again. They had surprisingly many bishops, considering many Orthodox bishops, considering that they are
like 38 of them
Catholic country. But we had 38 visiting, but I have like 100 in total.
Yeah.
But 4 of them have blessed me.
Were you on axe throwing at the time?
No, I have a guiding.
Because those guys were pretty good at throwing axes.
I have a guiding them, and I always end my guided tour at the gods. And obviously, these people are genuinely interested in religion. So they had like 1,000 questions, and every time I ask a question, I kind of either have to start or end with "God bless you." So,
so you were blessed by 4 different ones. No, I remember that day. It was unusual because they had these big black robes on and these big black hats on and long beards, long beards. It was like
they look like typical Orthodox.
They look like Karl.
Patriarchs. But they were perfectly nice tourists, so there's no issues with them.
Oh, they were a lot of fun. They were having some sort of conference in the area, and I think one of the things they made on their stop. Okay, this is as far as I'm going to go on this thing now because I have to pick it out since I'm not on the right row yet. So we'll take a look again.
But also, I do not understand. If you have 100 bishops, why do you send 30 of them to Norway?
I don't know. They had some sort of was it Russian Orthodox or Greek Orthodox? What was it again?
I think they are Romanian Orthodox.
Romanian Orthodox, yeah.
I think they have their own Orthodox.
They were like really strict kind of Catholicing.
No, they're not Catholic.
No.
And do not call them Catholic.
No, I get in big trouble. Okay, so this is where it's supposed to be. The top, your next row now, if it was to be done, should be smaller than this one. That's what's got to fit around here. If it's too tight here, after you do 1 row, check. If it's too, come all the way around 1 row, check. If it's too tight here, then you need to add a couple stitches there. But the thumb hole should stick out a bit further. But I'm happy with this one. I think so I removed about 6 stitches on this chain, and it looks better. But yes, it's still a little big for my thumb. But remember, it is when we pick up all these stitches and do your thumb later, it's going to be a little bit tighter than you think, because these loops here are not bound in every direction yet. But that's how you would make a thumb hole right now. So you chain, but you should always check. First attaches whatever you need, at least 4 stitches, I think, to get past that, so that it's firmly attached anyway. And then and make sure that, one, your thumb hole is a little too big. Little too big. It doesn't have to be massive. And after you do a full row or 2, stretch it and check to make sure that it's not too tight on this part of your hand. And then you can go ahead and needle bind all the way up to your pinky there. When your pinky gets covered, then you have to start decreasing. So there you go. I made it a little bit further. I have to cheat now, so I have to make all that out again. And then Prudence says, my family got cursed by a witch doctor, and I have the toenails to prove it. Karl, does this sound familiar to you?
Why would that sound familiar to me?
Because your toenails look like they've been cursed. Sorry, Eileen, I hit your comment by accident. Oh, I don't know what Arlene wrote, but I missed it. Oh, I can view the deleted message if I click on it. Okay. I'm not sure. I think I could. It said I could view it, but I can't. Oh, Arlene wrote acorns. Yeah, no, that wasn't acorns. She was we were referring to the kind of nuts that it was, but acorns would work pretty well.
No, you want something that spin stabilizes.
Oh yeah, and the little cap on the acorn could pop off too. You know what an acorn is?
Yes. I know, but
because you don't have oak trees around here, but you do in southern Norway.
This is something that is being launched by speeds, not actually, but approximating the speed of a rifle shot.
Oh,
so
okay.
No, I don't think.
Well, we've been on for about 2 hours, so we should probably get going. But hopefully, no, I'm sitting here picking out like mad. Hopefully, you have something you can work on a little bit if you want to try to make these a full mitten. If you want to make them wrist warmers, as soon as you get up to here, you're done. If you just want to have a wrist warmer. But if you want to turn it into a mitten, then you keep going until your pinky is covered, just barely covered, and then you can.
No, you're getting tired and snuggly. A little bit light for this, isn't it?
We got some cleaning to do, Karl. Drea said it was good to watch her stream again. Oh, it was good to see Drea again. I hadn't seen her in a while, so it was kind of fun. Anyway, but yeah, lots of people were here, and we even got 2 thumbs up to prove it. I think one of them is mine. Do not encourage her to kill my couch. No, but anyway, so we have this for 1 more week, I think, the Zora stitch, and then we move on to a new stitch. But I've decided that I need to explore this some more, because it does kind of remind me of similar to a granny square hole pattern if you're a crocheter. So I kind of want to, but it makes an interesting and more drapey fabric, which is not something you usually use for needle binding. Oh, I just pulled my knot too tight. You can't usually use the word drapey and needle binding in the same conversation, but this one is quite drapey.
I have a hypothesis about the cat.
Yeah.
She started being Screamy Cat again yesterday evening.
Yep.
So I would say that next YouTube, she is either tired normal cat.
No, she's going to be annoying as hell.
Or she is still on the very tail end of Screamy Cat.
Wait till you see where she peed by the sink on the floor. So she's already into marking territory again, so you get to clean that up after.
In my experience, this only lasts about a week, usually a little bit shorter.
Karl has been clocking her menstrual cycle. Torben says, my toenails are permanently damaged because I stub into everything. I've broken several toes, and to my wife's entertainment, the laughing hurts the most. Oh, that's so sad. No, you poor thing. Maybe that's what... Do you stub your toes often, Karl?
No, I really don't.
No, he really doesn't. Okay. No, anyway, I'm always thumbs up when I join, says Albert. Yeah, thanks. No, I did too, actually. I thought I can thumbs up my own stuff on here. No, anyway, I think that was all the, did I go through the whole list of things this time we had to write down? Oh, there was something I wanted to kind of bring up for next time. First Nalbinding project. Because we have so many new needle binders in the groups, I think I will post one, maybe after this. My first needle binding project ever. Because there's a lot of, with a lot of new people starting out needle binding, thank you to Kayla's needle binding video that went so viral and attracted over 8 million by now anyway. There's a lot of newcomers to needle binding, and it's quite fun to see. And so now we also get the glory of seeing their first projects being made now. So you can see something that the first time they've made something. And one of them even made socks for the first time. That was impressive. That's not an easy thing to do. So then I thought maybe that might be kind of a fun way to go and remind you. Always remember your first needle-bound project. And I have a picture of mine. Yeah, I can show that real quick, actually. See if I can't knock the gimbal out of place one more time. There. There it is. My first ever needle-bound project that actually resembled something. Now, we're not talking about the little cat toys, things that get thrown. Oops. There. That's the first ones I've ever made. And when I have these posted, you can get a better look at them. It's really nice plant-dyed yarn, by the way. And it's soft yarn. I think this is merino. But when it's all... Hang on a bit, Carl. Anyway, when it's all done, when I have it posted up, you can look close and you can see the mistakes in it. But the mistakes are something I absolutely embrace and love now. Carl, come over here and say goodbye. He just takes off.
Yeah, no, you can say goodbye.
Damn smoker addicts. I still haven't finished my first project, says Audra. Audra! You have to finish the first project. She makes a whole null-bound dress, but she hasn't finished her first project. I'm impressed. Audra has a work in progress. But anyway, I thought I'll start, I can post it on my Facebook so you guys can all see it anyway, but then I'll copy it over into one of the groups and let's see what, oh my God, cat, come here. Come here. Let's show everybody how noisy you are. There you go. There she is. There's the little devil. So you can post your first projects or start looking for your pictures now anyway, and we'll post the first projects and we'll all see how happy with how far we've come. I have mistakes in mine and I absolutely love the little mistakes because they were kind of learning things. Now you're so nice. It's because we're saying goodbye. The flat piece looks cute, says Max to Drea. I have to do some writing now, says PJ. Yeah, no, I suppose you got to get back to work. Radisby says, I found my first project recently, but have no memories of making it. Oh my gosh. No, I remember. There she goes. No, anyway. But it was always like a really fun aha moment. It was like the coolest thing you ever made, and it resembles fabric and everything, and you're like, woo! Okay, I'm going to have to go kill the cat now, so... On behalf of Karl, we'll see you next week. Remember, we do turn our clocks ahead, but it will probably be 7 o'clock our time, maybe a little bit earlier if we're in the village. We'll see. Yeah, I think we might be in the village either that Saturday or the next Saturday, one of the two. But yeah, anyway, some of you have already changed. They're saying goodbye, Karl.
Well, of course they are.
Well, of course they are, he says. What an arrogant twat. Come over here. Sit down. Say goodbye. Otter, the beaver butcher.
Oh, he would love that knitted finger short.
Which knitted? Oh, the dolly, the crochet thing?
The thing with the enormous beaver.
You could work that into his story, Otter the Beaver Butcher.
Then I have to invent knitting long before it comes to Scandinavia.
No, we were just commenting. The whole point of that is you could null bind one of those too because it constructs just like crochet.
I think I will write him so charming that he won't need a sex toy.
That's not a sex toy. It's a merkin. It's a wig. Creepy Jesus, says Audra. See? We have a lot of guys that look a little bit like Jesus in the village, and Marie thinks her husband is sexy Jesus, and so we said, okay, fine. Then this is creepy Jesus.
Well, You do know that when Jesus
By Karl and Karl's cats is
was
great.
my age, he was already dead for 17 years, right?
Yeah, but you look older too, though, so maybe it might be even longer yet. I don't know. No, anyway, we gotta get going. We gotta make some food. We're hungry. Obviously, we're not starving. Some of us are starving, some of us are not, but we need to eat. So,
I've already outlived Jesus and Alexander the Great.
what about Genghis Khan?
Not sure how old he got.
What about Harald Hårdrada?
Let's see.
We never leave when we're supposed to. It's the Minnesota goodbye.
1015 to 1066. Yes, I've outlived him. No, yeah, I have one more year.
Yeah.
Then I've outlived him.
Okay. On that note, we are going to go now. Order the Beaver Butcher. We want an update next week. Can you do it? I'm writing it down.
You still don't understand how much goes into doing this shit, right?
Yeah, but
Do
that
you?
well, then you actually have to do it. You can't just sit there and go a week later. Oh, that's right, I didn't do anything.
No, but even if I spend the whole of next week making a detailed timeline, I won't have time to write anything.
I'm hearing excuses. PJ can do it. PJ wrote a whole book.
People like you are the
Many
explanation
books.
why Vikings suck so hard.
And how do you figure?
Because they don't have time to actually do it properly. It's just, yeah, no, results next week, bitch.
That's what she said.
And every time they say, yeah, but we don't really actually know anything about the Viking Age, and it takes a long time to read up on it, then they say, all I'm hearing is excuses. Results next week, bitch.
Results. Only results count. That's right. No, I'm telling you. If PJ can write books, not just one book, but many, 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 many books.
Yes, but I think maybe she had a little bit more of a time deadline than a week.
No, but I don't need you to write the whole flippin' story. I just want a chapter.
Yes, but I can't do that because you have to have the outline ready before you can write the chapter.
Do you have an outline?
I don't even know when the fuck it is born.
You had one job. You couldn't even figure out when he was born yet. You said.
Do you understand what a timeline is, woman?
I'm just hearing excuses. Okay, bye. We're gonna leave. I spent about a year each book, she said. Sometimes 2 a year. Okay, now she sounds like she's on your side.
Of course she is. She's not dumb.
No. Okay, fine. And Maggie says, yes, utter update with his lovely doll companion and mismatched collar and cuffs, giant proportions. I'm not alone in this.
Clearly.
Results. Okay, no. Anyway, we will see. So you've heard that she spent about a year on each book, sometimes 2 a year. So within 2 years, I mean, it took me longer than that to make the blacksmith sweater. So you should have a book done by then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much research did you have to do before you made the blacksmith sweater? You just needed yarn and the blacksmith, I guess.
Oh, fuck you and the bitch you wrote it on. That was not easy. I had to keep having the blacksmith try it on. And anyway, another time we're going to look at those sweaters. Okay, we got to go, seriously. All right, now that's like the third goodbye, so we're good now, okay?
You're very Minnesotan today.
Saint Urho. Saint Urho. He's going to be your saint now. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.